Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Skylarkin podcast. This is episode 3. You probably thought this was never going to happen, but here we are, back again, podcasting Skylarkin. All right. How you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been, almost 2 months. Some people have been asking me, when is the podcast coming back? And I tell you the truth, man, everything was so depressing and it was just too much coronavirus and I didn't want to talk about depressing stuff. This podcast is meant to be jovial, lighthearted, me messing about or just talking nonsense, and I wasn't in the mood really, so it's like, let's start back when lighter times are around, and here we are. We're coming out. We're almost at the end of the lockdown. You know, some pubs open up and whatnot. You're going out there drinking, and yeah, I've been trying to get healthy. I went by a friend the other day and he said he started doing yoga. He's been doing yoga for a while now. He does it every morning. So I started doing yoga 2 days ago. I can't even touch my toes. I can't touch my toes without bending my knees. So that's something I gotta work on. I'm not very flexible. But it's good, man. I actually did it 2 mornings in a row. I missed this morning because what happened? I started running as well. Oh yeah, I got fat. I weigh over 200 pounds. Can you believe that? You look at me, you would think maybe this guy's 170, 180, but nah, I weigh over 200 pounds, people. And this happened during lockdown, so you know. I was going in on the fast food and whatnot. Well, not fast food. I eat a lot of nonsense, really. But yeah, so I got to get my weight down. I want to get to let's say 185. I got a lot of flab on my belly. But no, so I had started running. I'm in a WhatsApp group. One of the guys started running and he used to post his times. And we all started out running 3 kilometers. So yesterday, and at first I couldn't even run 3 kilometers. But you gradually work up to it. You keep running, you get a little better. And yesterday, I ran 6 kilometers. How's that for improvement? Round of applause, people. Come on. Clap for your boy. So yeah, I ran 6 kilometers. That's the longest I ever ran in my entire life. I did 5K last week or something, and I had to decompress after that. But now I ran 6 kilometers and very proud of that. And so now my body, I didn't do the yoga in the morning because my body's sore. I'm paralyzed from the waist down because my legs never went through anything like that. I don't know though. Eventually, by the end of the year, I want to run 10K. That's the goal, to run a 10K before the year end. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try. I need proper shoes though. I'm just running in casual trainers. I need running shoes so I can improve my time and be faster, I was never a long distance runner. I was more of a sprinter back at school. I like the sprints. I like the 100, 200. But long distance was never my thing, I ain't got the lungs for it. I got asthma. Can't be sprinting them long distances. But it seems I'm doing okay now. I'm not running fast. I ain't got no fast time. That's why I'm not going to post my time. My time might be embarrassing. Also, my calf muscles are too big for me to be a good distance runner. You can't have big calf muscles and be a good distance runner. You got to got skinny lower legs. If you look at the Kenyans and the Ethiopians, that's their key to success. Well, one of the keys to success. The other key is that they live at altitude, high altitudes, but they have very skinny lower legs, which is a feature to make you a good distance runner. And also their legs as a ratio of their body is on average higher than the average person's. So that's why they're part of the reason that they're good at long distance running. But I have short legs and big calves, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. But no, it's true. If you got bigger lower legs, you're not going to be a good long distance runner, because they said if you think of the leg as a pendulum, the weight, if you put the weight at the bottom of the thing, it's gonna take more energy to swing. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. A bit of facts and science there for you. What else I've been doing, man? Oh yeah, I'm not using my phone or social media as much anymore. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but yeah, I had to ease off the social media, and especially Twitter, man. Twitter would destroy your brain, man. It's just arguments, people arguing back and forth. I mean, you see some good stuff every now and again, but I never left Twitter, came off Twitter saying, "Oh, that was a good experience." So I've been trying to use my phone a lot less. On average, like I can track my screen time. On average, I was using my phone 7 to 8 hours a day, which is quite high, isn't it? That's madness. I could be doing something productive at that time, but instead of arguing with racists and having stupid debates on Twitter. So now I'm down to 3 hours a day. Just under 3 hours a day of phone usage. Yeah, so that's good, and it's been helping. It's improved my sleep a lot. I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping like between 3 and 4 hours a day, man, had me mash up. But now I sleep at least five to six. It's the dopamine. These dopamine rushes. That's the thing. Social media was designed to keep you hooked on it. It was designed using the principles of like slot machines and gambling and stuff. You know, you get that dopamine hit, the unpredictability. You see a post you like, you just keep scrolling as well. You know, all them is tactics that they use in the casino and gambling industry to keep you hooked. So you gotta get a dopamine detox. Stay off the drugs, the social media drugs. Because what was happening to me, I would you can set a timer for the app. You can go on your phone and say, I only want to use Instagram for 2 hours today, or WhatsApp for an hour and a half today, or Twitter. You can set the time how much you want to use the app, and then it would just lock down on you. At least you can do that on my phone. I don't know if you can do it. On most phones, you can do that. And what would happen, I would spend half my time having an argument with somebody or discussing something, realize that all my time is used up, and I would keep extending it like a crackhead. I'll go from 2 hours, give me another hour, I need another hit, you know? In that time, I wasn't sleeping as well. I got some drugs off the doctor, so I got some sleeping pills come through. Apparently, they're very addictive, highly addictive, so he didn't want to give me too many. So we can see how these work, and if I get any sleep, any improved sleep. So fingers crossed. Yeah, I see people traveling, man. I want to travel. I want to get back out there. I was supposed to go to Spain. I missed that. Cheers, Corona. I was meant to go to Barbados, celebrate with my mum. That's over as well. Actually, I got to get the refund. I'll get the refund for that trip to Barbados. These people are criminals, though. All these airlines and stuff, man, they don't want to give you a refund, because I was calling to get a refund. And all they're talking about is rebooking and rescheduling. They don't mention refund. They're not mentioning the refund. You got to hang on and press 6 different numbers. They say press 1 if you want to rebook. Press 2 if you want to speak to an advisor about getting a voucher. Press 4. And then you press 4. Then you might hear something about a refund. And then when you get to the refund line, there ain't nobody there. They just said, oh, we don't have enough staff due to coronavirus, so call back later. Click, click. So I don't know how you're going to get this refund. But these companies, man, they're doing everything to make it hard for you to get a refund on your money. And to go Barbados ain't cheap, man. Where else was I supposed to go? Well, yeah, I was meant to go Austria, perform in Austria as well. That went through the window as well. That man was hanging out, though, he canceled that show last minute. He was hoping that Corona wasn't going to be a thing. I was like, dude, they shut down McDonald's. If they shut down McDonald's, you know this thing is serious. You don't shut McDonald's for no reason. So I told him, listen, pull the gig. But he was still holding out, and then eventually he's like, yeah, the shut down Vienna. So I gotta rebook that one, hopefully. I've never been to Vienna. I don't know what it looks like or what's good over there, but I want to go and see what it's like. Vienna. I don't even know what's the, like every country got a thing. I don't know what. Austria, you only think about like what? Hitler? You think about Hitler and Schwarzenegger. That's all I can think about. Austria, I don't know what they produce. Chocolate? I don't know. Beer? Probably. It's good beer in Austria. Or I'm making that up. Looking forward to. Speaking of McDonald's, I had McDonald's on one night. It was me and the wifey had McDonald's. Was it Tuesday? Oh man, that shit was delicious. I was literally, that's the first time in my life I was like, ta-da-ta-ta-ta, I'm loving it. That McDonald's was delicious. But that's probably because I ain't had it in like 3 months. But normally you eat McDonald's and you after a while you regret that you eat McDonald's because it's nonsense food. That there ain't nothing nutritious in there. But now I had McDonald's, man, and that pulled load. That hit the spot, man. And there was no regret. Loved it. I had the Big Mac and some chicken nuggets. Sorry, apologies to all the vegans out there, but nah, that McDonald's hit, man. That hit different. It was good. But you see, that's why I fat, man. That's I hear talking about McDonald's. Gosh, I should be talking about celery sticks and carrots, dipping them in hummus, Caesar salads. But I hear bragging about the McDonald's that I had. That's why I weigh over 200 pounds. But now I want to go back. When I travel next, I want to go back to Portugal, man. I had a great time in Portugal. Shout out to my boy Andre in Portugal. He brought me over and it was fun. The food was great. Loved the food in Portugal. And he live in Lisbon, so he know the spots. The local spots, the out of the way spots that everybody want to go to. Proper Portuguese cooking. Delicious. We went in one of these restaurants late at night, man, and the food, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little restaurant, and we went in there like it was 2 a.m. or something. We were walking around looking for a place to eat. He took me to this place, man. I had a little TV up on there showing soap operas, or was it a kung fu? There's a wide gap between soap opera and kung fu, But anyhow, it's a family-owned place. And I gotta tell you, he brought the food. There was rice, there was steak, there was eggs, and something else. And it did not, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't look appetizing. And it just had a little gravy thing. But man, that shit was delicious. I was like, man, tell the man bring out some condiments, some spices, cause it was like plain rice, eggs, and steak. But I don't know how that man cooked that. That thing it was succulent. It's delicious. Loved it. But nah, Portugal's nice, man. Lisbon was great. I bought a cheese over there. I went in the shop. It was a cheese shop. That's where I bought the cheese, in a cheese shop. If you're looking for cheese, go in a cheese shop, I went in this cheese shop and I was like, I tell the lady, because I want stuff to eat in my hotel room. I don't want to be always spending money, buying stuff. So I told the lady in the cheese shop, man, give me your best cheese. She said, I know the cheese for you. She went got this cheese. Told me the cheese won cheese of the year. I didn't know cheeses had competition. She said this was the cheese of the year last year. It's fantastic cheese. So I bought the cheese. I said, give me 2 of them cheeses. So yeah, I took the cheese. I bought something else as well. I said, why eating this with? She said, get some crackers. Man, I took this cheese and I went back to the hotel and I had a stack of crackers. Listen, that cheese hadn't crack. I'm not a cheese person, right? When I was growing up in Barbados, we had cheddar cheese and that was it. You had a big cheese or a small piece of cheese. That's all it was. That's the only 2 types of cheese there was. A big block of cheese and a small cheese. You understand? I don't know about all these different styles of cheese. Well, it's only now because my girl is white. I got a bit more knowledge of cheese. White people love cheese. Cheese and racism. That's their thing. You know, you got all these different types of cheese. She opened my mind a bit more to cheeses. But anyhow, I'm just if it tastes good, you know, I'll eat it. But I'm not heavy on cheese. But nah, man, this is I sit in that hotel and I ate all that cheese like a greedy pig in almost one sitting. I had to force myself to stop. That cheese was really cheese of the year. That was some Champions League cheese. You get what I'm saying? That was the Lamborghini of cheeses. I was hooked, man. The only thing I didn't buy like 5 and smuggle them back into the UK. Because that cheese was delicious. It was soft. You know, it had a hard exterior, but inside it was soft and creamy, man. I was just scooping it out with a cracker. I can't even remember what name in case I go back. I gotta probably ask her, give me that cheese from that win cheese of the year in 2019 or whatever. But it was good, man. So the cheese was good in Lisbon. Yeah, and everybody was telling me eat these what's it called? Pasteles de nata. Yeah, man, I murdered them as well. Pasteles de nata, I had like too much. That's probably why I weighed 200 pounds. Too much pasteles de nata. Basically, that's a custard tart. For those of you who haven't had them before, it's like a custard. It's a pastry with custard in it or something like that. Delicious, man. When I was over there, though, oh yeah, I was thinking about this for a while. It's good to travel, you know. You meet people. You meet people from different places and things like that. I met a guy over there. If you're on my Instagram, you might have seen there was footage of us driving around on a tuk-tuk. Now, the guy driving or riding, you ride a tuk-tuk or whatever. You know, he's pedaling around and me and Andre in the back. The guy who was riding it is also a comedian. So he was doing comedy, very funny guy. And I was talking to him and he told me he's from the Azores Islands. And I was like, what? He's from Azores. The Azores Islands. I was like, no, I don't want to look like an idiot. Because sometimes I get that. You know, you say you're from Barbados, some places, and certain people like, what? Where's that? And then you feel like, you know, they should know. Geography is lacking in certain places, and it was lacking in my school as well. Because I had never heard of the Azores Islands. Yeah, and I was like, Azores Island, what's that? You know, and it's off the coast of Portugal in the mid-Atlantic. You know, it's some small islands out there. And I was looking them up when I came back. I was looking at them on YouTube. Beautiful place, man. Very green and lush islands. Very beautiful. So I was asking him, what's Azores Islands known for? You know, like how Austria is known for Hitler. What's Azores Islands known for? And he told me, not much. Fishing. And then he told me this story. And then he said cocaine. So then he told me this crazy story, this mental story about cocaine and the Azores Islands. So basically what happened, there was a drug smuggler and I think his rudder broke or something, or his sail broke or whatever, and he had to dock at the Azores Islands. So he ditched the cocaine. He had half a ton of cocaine. And what he did was he put the cocaine in like a net and some chains and tie it to an anchor and drop it just off the coast of one of these islands in a place called Pabo de something. Anyhow, so he left the cocaine, went to get the boat fixed, and he would obviously come back and get it. But what happened is the net popped. The net broke and all the cocaine went to shore. So all the locals found this cocaine, and it's over a half ton of cocaine. So the police found a little bit, but the locals found most of it, and it just transformed life on the island. They had people, they said a man give a man, how much? 300 grams of cocaine just to charge your phone. It was everywhere. People were cooking with cocaine. The man told me a story where one day they was playing football, and one of the guys marked out the football pitch with cocaine. They just had an abundance of cocaine. A man Apparently, it's even in the Guardian. I'm gonna link the story, the Guardian story, in the bottom of this podcast on YouTube. This man hooked himself up to a drip of cocaine and water. So he would just sit in the house attached to this drip of cocaine and water. Man, people was just it was selling for cheap as well, cause it was just everywhere. As I said, people sprinkling cocaine on in the cereal and stuff, and obviously a lot of people started overdosing because it was uncut as well. It was some of the purest cocaine ever, and yeah, mash up the country basically. But some people got rich off of it, actually became legitimate businessmen off of the cocaine that they found and whatnot. But so interesting story. Oh, so I did some research because at first I didn't believe the man's story at all. I was like, man, you're talking bare foolishness. Marking out a pitch with cocaine and people cooking mackerel with cocaine and all this stuff. I didn't believe him. So I went online and I researched it, and it's true, man. Half ton of cocaine turned up, transformed life on the island. Also, I also found out, guess where the drug smuggler was bringing the cocaine from? From Barbados. His previous stop before reaching the Azores Islands, he went to Barbados. But the cocaine wasn't from Barbados. He got the cocaine from Venezuela, then went from Venezuela to Barbados. I don't know if he dropped off any there, probably. Then he went from Barbados to Azores Islands. He was meant to be taking it back to Spain. So that was an interesting story. But anyhow, people, that was it from me. You guys have been lovely. Great to speak to you again. If you enjoy the podcast, subscribe, give it a like on YouTube, tell a friend about it. And yeah, look out for me on social media, and hopefully I'll speak to you again next week. I've been Nico, aka Nixman. Peace.